Hello students, we're on 4.4 day 3. We're doing the binomial theorem. Okay, let's look at the first one on your worksheet. X plus 1 to the 6th power is our first example. We're going to solve this using the Pascal's triangle method. So what you're doing is you're taking the first variable here, x, and you're going to expand it starting with 6 because that's the degree. And then you start decreasing. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, can't see that. Okay, and then we start with the next number inside the parentheses. We start with 1 to the 6th power. But now we're going to go the opposite way. So we're going to start on the end, and we're going to do 1 to the 6th power, and then multiply coming backwards. So this will be 1 to the 5th power, 1 to the 4th power, 1 to the 3rd power, 1 to the 2nd power. So we're just reversing it. We're going the opposite way. And then after 1 is 0. So technically you start with 6 and you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 until you get to 0. But we know that when it's 1 to the 0 power, that's 1. So it's not really necessary to put the 0. So the last one is going to end up by itself because 1 to the 0 power is nothing. It's 1. So we don't have to write the 1. Okay, so now that we have the expansion written out, now we put the numbers from the Pascal's triangle. So I'm going to take my Pascal's triangle, go to the 6th row using Pascal's triangle, go down to the 6th row, and you're going to take these numbers and plug them into the triangle, plug them into your polynomial. So 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, and 1. These are the numbers I'm going to plug in. And these are the coefficients. So I start here and I plug in the numbers 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, and then 1. So technically the last one is a 1. Okay, so again, these numbers are the coefficients. They come from the Pascal's triangle in row 6. So I plugged these numbers in. Okay, so now I just simplify this. Now I purposely chose 1 because that's easy to simplify. So let's just simplify this. This is going to simplify to x to the 6th plus 6x to the 5th. And I just keep on adding pluses. Okay, 15x to the 4th. Okay, so I'm simplifying. I'm multiplying it by 1. So it's just 15x to the 4th plus 20x to the 3rd plus 15x squared plus 6x. That one's just 6x. And then plus, don't forget the last one. The last one is just 1 to the 6th power. So I have to bring that down. That's just plus 1. Okay, so this is my polynomial. This is my answer. If I were to write this out 6 times, like I have here, I think I started to do that, x plus 1 times x plus 1 times x plus 1, 6 times, this would be my answer. This would be my polynomial. So it's a shortcut. Pascal's triangle is a shortcut. All right, you have the u-try. I am going to give you the answer to the u-try, so you probably want to pause it right now and work on that. Okay, there's your answer, so you can check it when you're ready. And I'm going to go on to example 2, so you want to come back to example 2. Okay, example 2 is x plus 2 to the 5th power. All right, x plus 2 to the 5th power. Same thing. Using Pascal's triangle, you want to expand this. So I'm going to start with x to the 5th, because that's the degree. And then I go down in decreasing order. Okay, until you get down to x to the 0. But we don't have to write x to the 0. Technically there is, after 1, it's x to the 0. but it's not necessary to write the 0. Then I take the other number in the parentheses, which is a 2, and starting from the back now, I'm going to multiply by 2. 2 to the power of 5. And then I go down in decreasing order. 4, 3, 2, 1, until you get to 2 to the 0 power. But again, it's not necessary to write 2 to the 0 power. So once you get to that one, you're done. That means that this one's going to be by itself. Okay? Just like the last one is going to be by itself, because x to the 0 power, we know that that's just 1. So we don't have to write that. So the first one and the last one end up by itself. Okay, now plug in the numbers from the triangle. Let's take the numbers from the triangle. In the 5th row, okay, because it's to the 5th power, I'm going to take row 5. 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, and 1. So that's row 5. And again, you have a triangle on day 1. You want to refer back to your triangle. Okay, I'm going to plug those numbers in. Multiply by 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, and 1. So you end up with all of your coefficients. Now I just plug in, you're going to do plus, plus, you want to add all the terms together and simplify it. So let's simplify it now. This is x to the 5th power. This is going to be 5x to the 4th times 2. I should have just wrote 10. 10x to the 3rd. Simplify the 2. 2 squared. 10x squared. Simplify 2 to the 3rd. So that's 8. So that's going to be times 8. 2 to the 4th power, that's 16. And then the last one, 2 to the 5th power, is 32. So what I did is I simplified all the bases of 2. You want to simplify all those bases of 2. Now I'm not done, and you could have done this in one step, but now I'm going to multiply those bases of 2 to the coefficients. So this one's actually going to be 10x to the 4th. Okay, and this term is going to be 40 x to the 3rd. The next term is going to be 80. Again, I'm just simplifying. And then the next term is going to be 16 times 5, which I believe is 80. And then the last one is 32. Okay, so there's your answer. That's your polynomial. Again, if you were to multiply this out, x plus 2 times x plus 2 times x plus 2 5 times, this would be your answer. This would be your polynomial. Okay. All right, so you have another U-try. I will give you the answer to the U-try for number 2, so try that, and when you're ready, come back and check your answer. And you have your box problem. I am going to ask you to take a picture of your box problem, send it to me on Remind so that you can get credit for day 3. All right, see you on the next video.